Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying other people's New Year's weight loss goals might make you feel isolated and alone, so I'm offering grief counseling. Have I done enough air quotes yet? We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips from this same creator, including one where they say pain reminds you that it's time to rest, and another one where they describe what fat self-care is, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
I need to tell you something. I need us all to gear up because I think this January, New Year, New You stuff is going to be worse than it's ever been.
That sounds terrible.
And folks are going to be really pushing the injectables, the lifestyle changes, the yeah.
The injectables and the lifestyle changes I can deal with, but the yeah is where I draw the line, sister.
And if you feel super isolated and alone,
I do, although it's unrelated to other people's weight loss resolutions.
I get it, and I want you to know that I am doing grief work with the fat community, and I have...
Okay, so other people's weight loss resolutions and the whole new year, new you, yada is making people have grief. And you're here to counsel them through that grief. Why do we care about other people's weight loss resolutions? Why is that making us feel some kind of way?
Different rates for everybody so that everybody gets to participate.
Everybody, you mean? J-Bay got to me, dude. Okay, so you're going to charge me money to cry about the fact that other people have weight loss resolutions. I've been crying for free for years. Well, why do I need to pay you?
And I have, low income rates, and I have my regular rates, but I just want you to know that you're...
Dude, there's no such thing as considering yourself low income if you have money to give this person to listen to you cry about other people's weight loss. You must be pretty well off.
Not alone, and your fat body is not a problem to be solved, and if you need some support in figuring out resources or ways in which you can continue to unpack internalized fat phobia.
Well, it doesn't sound like we have internalized fat phobia if we get triggered seeing other people talk about their weight loss goals. It sounds like we might have a problem with other people succeeding, right? So is that internalized fat phobia or jealousy and bitterness?
Grieve the body story that you thought you had, and
grieve the body story that you thought you had. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna cry about that ideal body that I wanted to get, but gave up on ever achieving. What? The body story that you thought you had. You guys really know how to motivate, dude.
The sweet, lovely body that you do have, hit me up. Let's work together.
Okay, give up on all my dreams. Gotcha.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, so this person is offering grief counseling to other people living in a larger body to deal with all these people around them succumbing to diet culture. All this new year, new you, yada is gonna have you feeling down on yourself, so pay me money to cry to me. So a grief counselor is just somebody that listens to all of my complaints. Doesn't a normal therapist or counselor listen to you, including your grief? Does grief counselor just mean that you're not qualified to offer any advice? You're only qualified to listen to people cry? A normal therapist would offer advice after you were done crying. I just say, I know, man, it sucks, and I give you a hug. And you want me to pay you for this service? I don't know if I really need a grief counselor. I've been crying all by myself about my life for years. I don't know if I need to bring anybody else into this. Me and me just sit there and look at each other in the mirror and we're like, look at you. Yeah, that is something that you would do, huh? Look at you. That's how I take my personal inventory. I don't need to bring anybody else into my neurosis. Next.
Hi, this
Hi.
message is for my fat friends, so if you're not fat, you can just scroll up. Keep it moving. Okay, is it just us?
Why do you assume that everybody just scrolled away that easily? I'm still here, dude. Let's get the inside scoop. She thought that I scrolled away. What's she gonna say when she thinks that I'm not here?
How you doing, buddy?
Meh. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I wanted to come in here and remind you that you deserve grace with your fat body.
No, I don't. I do not deserve grace. Oh, with my fat body. No, I don't. I don't deserve any sort of grace. I think we've given me enough grace already, honestly.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do. These are just jokes, by the way. I'm not encouraging people to be hard on themselves or look themselves in the mirror and be like, oh my God, look at you. Those are just jokes. Don't be harsh on yourselves, people. It gets to a point of being counterproductive. I see where you're going with this, but I'm going to have to disagree. I think we should give ourselves grace and not beat ourselves up if we fail at something, but we should continue to try at things, even if they are difficult and even if we do fail. That doesn't mean that if we fail at something, we need to beat ourselves up, because that can get to be non-productive. Like if we mess up and eat some food that we know that we shouldn't eat, we don't need to be like, oh my God, Becky, what are you doing? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Like, don't do that. But you should be like, hey, Becky, what are you doing, dude? Get it together. And then we can go ahead and end that beratement right there. We can just be like, hey, I messed up. Let's get back on track. And then we could start focusing on solutions. It's good to hold ourselves accountable, but not to berate ourselves to where we're just tearing ourselves down and it becomes non-productive. That can go wrong in either direction. You can beat yourself up too much and it becomes non-productive, or you can not hold yourself accountable enough and it becomes non-productive. We don't want to give ourselves too much grace to where we're not holding ourselves accountable for any of our actions.
You didn't do anything wrong. Your body's not wrong.
Well, right and wrong are very subjective words, and we shouldn't really be looking at it that way.
And if it hurts, bodies hurt sometimes.
What? Bodies hurt sometimes?
But you didn't do that on purpose. You're not...
Okay, so if our body hurts, it's okay because we didn't do that on purpose. We are doing this to ourselves, but it's okay because it wasn't on purpose. Well, apparently giving ourselves a whole bunch of grace in the past is what led us to where we are today. So perhaps this rationale is not working out, you know?
Spiting yourself by being fat. You just are.
Bodies just hurt sometimes. You didn't mean to make this happen or whatever. Oh my goodness.
And you deserve care, and you deserve grace.
We keep telling ourselves that we deserve a lot of stuff, but we don't take the actions necessary to get those things, so it's really just lip service.
You deserve gentleness from yourself and the world and others. And it's a harsh world, especially when you're navigating in a fat, possibly disabled, possibly chronically ill. Those are some of the things I navigate.
Right, it is a difficult world to navigate when we're overweight, possibly chronically disabled, possibly chronically ill. Okay, how much of these things are related to our weight, though?
Chronically ill, those are some of the things I navigate, and I often think, what did I do wrong when I have a pain flare? But really, I need to remember that it's just my body's reminder that it's time to rest.
Isn't resting what got us here? Like, Okay, so nothing is our fault, and when we experience pain, it's just our body's reminder that it's time to rest. I think this whole idea of saying that nothing is our fault and giving ourselves endless grace is not really working out. What if we're experiencing pain just sitting here and we've been resting? Like, what if all the resting is what led us to being this size? Hold on, I gotta hear that again.
I often think, what did I do wrong when I have a pain flare? But really, I need to remember that it's just my body's reminder that it's time to rest.
Okay, so you started to ask yourself, what have I done wrong to constantly be in this pain? And then another part of you was like, shut up, stupid. This is just your reminder that it's your body's time to rest. Okay, so the angel on your shoulder started to be like, hey,
Why are we always in pain? I don't think this is correct.
and then the devil on your other shoulder was like,
That just means it's your body's time to rest. Don't be alarmed. Go back to sleep, stupid.
what the heck? It's okay to be like, wait a minute. Why am I in constant pain? I don't think this is normal. Like, it's fine to wonder in that direction. You know what I mean? Like, is everybody else as tired as I am all the time? Like, these questions are okay to ask yourself. And I'm not trying to make fun of this person. I'm just saying, like, why are we encouraging people to ignore all of their worry and alarm over the various pains in their body? What the heck? When I was living in a larger body, I would get knee pain just sitting on the couch. Like, I'd been sitting here for hours, and all of a sudden my knees would just start burning. I don't know what was up with that, but was it time to rest if I was hurting already in the middle of resting?
So I hope you get some rest, and I'm thinking about you, and I see you.
All right, so the solution to my chronic pain that's coming from all of my excess weight is to rest. Okie dokie. It's a little odd for you to assume that I haven't been resting this whole time. I get the nice part of it, like, hey, you have negative emotions because of your size, I'm here for you, and all of this stuff. But the parts where she's like, yeah, you're in physical pain. Don't worry, that just means blah, 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 blah. That part seems wrong to me. You're encouraging people to ignore the warning signs that their body is giving off. Next.
Hi, friends. It's so nice to see so many new folks here.
Hi, friend.
So I wanted to talk about what fat self-care is and who I am. My name is Anna Chapman, and I'm a grief coach. I support folks with the grief of living in a body that is constantly told it's wrong. And
You're a grief coach. As I started to say earlier, it's interesting that there are grief counselors. Most psychiatrists and therapists can help you through a grieving process. She just listens to you cry, I guess, because she's not actually certified in any sort of therapy or psychiatry.
the grief of experiencing an anti-fat world.
Okay, so I complain to you, and then you say, I understand that does suck. And then I owe you $200 now, right?
In a fat body, like that's a very acute kind of discomfort, and
That's a very acute kind of discomfort.
as I heard a lot of you say in the comments in my last video that you're really struggling, and it's by design because diet culture wants you to struggle on the hamster wheel of dieting.
Okay, so I'm struggling and I can't breathe and I'm pre-diabetic because of diet culture. Okay.
So I want to remind you that here in this space, we do not celebrate weight loss or weight gain. We understand that bodies change.
Right, they change in response to what we do, though, so if somebody does lose or gain weight, that's completely within their control.
And that your value as a human with lovableness and worthiness and magic doesn't change because your body changes. You
I don't have any magic, madam.
are valuable, special, unique because you exist on this planet.
No, I'm not. I'm not any of those things. Stop trying to fluff me up. What are you selling? Oh yeah, you're selling grief counseling. Also, if everybody is special, nobody is special. It literally means nothing then. Anytime somebody is randomly showering you with praise or trying to fluff you up, you need to ask yourself, what is this person selling? And it's not always a product. Sometimes it's an ideology.
And we exist here together. So I want to remind you that your fat body is not wrong.
Okay, but can I take accountability? Is anything in my life my own fault? If nothing is ever my own fault, then how am I going to change my life, right? It's making me feel better in the here and now to blame all of my personal problems on somebody else, but I won't be able to change them unless I acknowledge that they're my own fault.
That your fat body is just a fat body, and there's skinny bodies and fat bodies and weird bodies and long bodies and short bodies and tall bodies and
There are long bodies and tall bodies. Okay.
bodies are bodies.
Bodies are bodies. You know what, dude? Now you're making a lot of sense. You're a little bit deeper than the rest of these idiots. Bodies are bodies. The more you know. Thank you for that.
And they change and they become disabled and they do all kinds of things.
What? They become disabled? What? Bodies do all kinds of things. Sometimes they become disabled. Randomly. What? What the hell? When do they do that? Do they become disabled in response to things that we do to ourselves ever? And is there anything we can do to prevent them from becoming disabled?
And you're still not wrong for being in a fat body. And it's actually the world pathologizing your fat body and telling you that it's wrong that is making you feel worse.
Okay, I'm not the problem. The world is the problem. Even though when I try to get up out of my chair, I have to rock 3 times. I'm constantly fatigued, out of breath, in frequent pain, like you said. It's the way the world pathologizes my fat body that's the real problem.
So here in this space, on Fat Self-Care's page, on my page, I'm blocking, I'm deleting haters. Do you want to come talk about fatness in a negative way? I'm blocking you.
Dang it.
But if you want to be here and supported and cared for, even if you're not in a fat body now, but you have experienced fatness in your body.
I have experienced fatness in my body.
This place is for you.
All right, this place is for me. Nice. Okay, I'm going to remember that. So you guys can't kick me out because I've experienced fatness in my body. Okay, that's a new phrase for me. That's adjacent to living in a larger body. I have experienced fatness in my body in the past, so I'm an honorary member, is what you're saying. Okay, thank you. I did experience it in my body, primarily.
You're an ally and you want to know how to support fat bodies outside of yourself.
Of course, I want to know how to do that. Duh.
This space is for you.
Sweet.
And your body is incredible because it is alive.
Whoa.
And your body is incredible because it is alive.
Because it is alive. Not to be mean, but how much longer is it going to be alive if we don't take good care of it? And what quality of life are we going to lead? Your body is incredible because it is alive. Man, that's real deep. Really makes you think. What? No, it doesn't.
Amongst all of the chaos and all of the bullshit and all of the messaging that your body is wrong to be fat, you are here. And I see you.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to stand by you.
Okay, but how much standing are we going to be doing? Because you said when I start to experience pain, that's just my body's way of telling me it's time to rest. So maybe we shouldn't be standing, bestie. My knees are killing me. Do-do-do. Sorry. Alright, but anyway, that was pretty crazy. I guess the whole point of fat self-care is to tell people that the various pains and limitations related to their obesity are fine and they're not problems. The whole point of the page is to give ourselves grace. I would say there's definitely a point where we can give ourselves too much grace, and we need to stop doing that and actually hold ourselves accountable, at least to a certain degree. So personally, I disagree with all of the aforementioned, but what do you think? Are other people's weight loss goals making you feel isolated and alone, and you would like to pay this person for grief counseling? Does pain remind you that it's time to take a rest? And do bodies sometimes become disabled? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.